friends, I am Dr. Kuldeep Mohadikar. In this video, I will be presenting my 7th chapter from the series Chapters from the History of English Literature entitled Development of English Essay from Bacon to Lamb. So friends, it is very difficult to give a specific definition of the essay. A comprehensive definition which would cover essay as different as those of Bacon, Addison, Lamb, Brown, Macaulay is yet to come. Dr. Johnson defined essay as a loose sally of mind, an irregular undigested piece, and regular and orderly composition. A.C. Benson defined essay as a reverie, the framework of mind in which a man says, in the words of an old song, say I to myself. Thus today, essay is a short, incomplete, informal, light, subjective, literary composition in prose. It is generally accepted that the form of essay originated from the dialogues of Socrates. But while discussing the history of English essay, the origin of the essay is traced to Montaigne, the French writer. Its English version is to Lord Bacon, who transplanted essay to England. It is with the publication of Bacon's essay in 1597 that the regular essay in English begins. Bacon borrowed the general conception of essay from the French writer Montaigne, but his essays are quite different from Bacon because Bacon's writing does not portray the man. He gave the essay an objective term and made it the detached musings of a philosopher. His essays are compendium of worldly wisdom and dispersed meditation. Bacon was a moralist and a politician, so his essays deal with these things also. Bacon's prose style had great influence on English writer, but his essays did not bring him any disciple or imitator. It's a very unfortunate thing, of course. In the 17th century, the essay form developed in the hands of Sir William Temple, Cowley and John Dryden. They made it more companionable and pleasant. The writing of character sketches by Hall Overbury and John Earle also promoted the growth of the essay. Next to these writers is Ben Jonson's Timber or Discoveries, a collection of essays which are connected with one another. Jonson's style combines lucidity, terseness, and strength like Bacon. With Sir Thomas Browne, the English essay acquires a new dimension. Browne wrote condensed prose that has influenced Charles Lamb to a great extent. His works, Religio Medici and Unburial, are remarkable for his Scoticism and Latinism. Among the essayists of the 17th century, the name of Earl of Carlenther must be mentioned. His essays are divine and moral and deserve attention. Another essayist is Howell, who also with his intellectualism influenced Addison and Steele. Milton's Areopagitica is quite heavy in style, yet the work is charged with lofty style. Besides Lord Halifax and Sir William Temple, the only significant name in the field of essay is that of Dryden, John Dryden. Dryden's discourses, defenses, prefaces, dedications are essay of critical nature. Dr. Johnson truly wrote of him, I quote, he found the English language of brick and left it to marble. By the middle of the century, Dekker, Fuller and Hall developed the essay of writing characters. The 18th century marks the growth of two leading parties needed some newspapers and periodicals to propagate their ideals. The two parties are Whig and Tory. Defoe, Steele and Addison did some significant work through their periodical essays. The Tatler, the Spectator, the Guardian, the Examiner are some of the important periodicals that contributed to the development of periodical essays. Steele and Addison created some immortal characters like Sir Roger de Coverley that paved the way for English novel. Another important essayist of the period is Oliver Goldsmith, who wrote in The Bee and The Citizen of the World. The periodical essay declined after Goldsmith. The 19th century witnessed the real flowering of essay. Both the personal and impersonal kind of essays began to flourish in this period. It was in this age that a number of literary and critical magazines and reviews come into being, providing an opportunity for the new writers. The Edinburgh Review, the Quarterly Review, and London Magazine popularized essay, both critical and personal. One of the greatest essayists of 19th century is Charles Lamb. Lamb wrote his essays as Essays of Elia through these magazines and reviews. Charles Lamb carries on the tradition of Steele and Goldsmith, the tradition of self-portraiture proverb, and Lamb's essay prove this dictum. Like Montaigne, Lamb himself is the subject of his essays. He is constantly autobiographical. The Essays of Elia are beautiful pieces revealing and exposing Lamb's personality, his humor and pathos, his wisdom and sweetness of heart. His essays have the charm of spontaneity and naturalness. They are lyrics in prose. Equally great are the contemporaries of Lamb and Hazlitt and Leigh Hunt. The essays began with Bacon and flourished at the hands of romantic essayists like Lamb and Hazlitt. So this was all about the 7th chapter from the series, chapters from the history of literature in brief, entitled Development of Essay, English Essay from Bacon to Lamb. Thanks friends.